Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Rachel Paul. Today we are talking about my best weight loss motivational quotes. What I would love for you to do is take a screenshot of these motivational quotes, write them down, save them to your phone so you can come back to them and they will help you lose weight in a healthy, sustainable way. Okay, let's talk about my best weight loss motivational quotes. All right, quote number 1, slow and steady wins the race. I bet you've heard this before, but let's put it into context. So you might have seen some headlines in the news or on social media that says, lose 30 pounds in a month or lose 10 pounds in a week. And we've seen that so often that seems normal. That seems like what we would expect to happen. But it actually does not work that way. When we lose weight in a really unhealthful, very fast way, we don't create those long-term habits. So what I would like you to do instead is use an app on your phone, a free app like MyFitnessPal or Lose It, and set the calorie goal to just 1/2 pound of weight loss per week. And this way you'll really be able to create long-term sustainable habits. Okay, let's talk about weight loss motivational quote tip 2. All right, let's talk about motivational weight loss tip number 2. And the tip is, it's a lifestyle. Now I know you may be kind of sick of hearing that, but it's really true. When I was on my weight loss journey, I didn't think that adopting a new entire lifestyle was really possible for me. But I'm here to tell you, if it worked for me, it can definitely work for you. So here's the thing, fad diets, they just don't work, right? If you cut out an entire food group, if you try to restrict your calorie intake to 1,000 calories per day, that is just going to end up backfiring because that's not sustainable. What we want to do is make any change to your way of eating or your lifestyle in a way that you are comfortable maintaining that change for your lifetime. So if you want to eat some junk food or some piece of cake, it's totally fine. Keep in the foods that you love in the portions right for your body. Okay, let's talk about quote number 3. All right, quote number 3 is take care of your body first. This was really the biggest mindset shift for me when I realized I needed to focus on prioritizing how my body was feeling. So instead of thinking about what your mom is going to think of how you're eating, or your friends are going to think about how you're eating, or what exactly food is available to you at the time, I want you to prioritize how your body is going to feel now and in the future. Okay, let's talk about quote number 4. All right, quote number 4 is focus on the satisfaction factor for losing weight. So when I was on my weight loss journey, I would oscillate between eating just fruits and vegetables and nothing else, or kind of starving myself all day and then eating a mountain of lasagna, and I couldn't find balance. But here is where the satisfaction factor comes in, and I learned this concept from the book Intuitive Eating, which I highly recommend everyone to read. So just like a bowl of green salad with no protein or fat won't keep you full, won't help your body feeling its best, right? It's the same logic with eating an entire pizza. Your body won't feel good with that either. So where is the balance? Where is that satisfaction factor? Let's look at these 2 examples. So I have 2 slices of pizza with some green salad. That will be much more satisfying than eating an entire pizza or just a plate of greens, right? Similarly, a salad with protein and fat will be so much more satisfying than eating just some green salad, right? Okay, so think about that satisfaction factor next time you're sitting down to a meal. Let's talk about the next quote. All right, let's talk about quote number 5, which is, it's a waste either way. I was just talking with a client about this. She was having a lot of struggles with throwing out food that she didn't eat during the week. Has this ever happened to you? I totally get it, but I'm here to tell you it's okay and we will find a solution. So just like it's a pain to throw food away in the trash, it's also a waste in your body. if you're eating something and you're not actually hungry for it, okay? It's a waste either way. This is what my grandma used to say, and it's really so true. But here's a solution to this. So for example, I have some eggshells that I have accumulated over the week, and I have this pepper that sadly has gone bad that I didn't eat this week either. What I can do is I can compost these items. So even though I'm not consuming them, I'm not going to eat them, it's not gonna be a waste in my body, I am doing some good with this extra food. What you can do is you can Google where are some places to compost in your area so you can dispose of extra food that way. Okay, let's talk about the next quote. All right, quote number 6 is eat when you're hungry and stop when you're full. When I was on my weight loss journey, I was always afraid to stop eating because I felt like I could never eat that food again. Like this was the last time I would ever be able to eat that food. But I'm here to tell you that's not true. What's really important is to learn the hunger scale. So the hunger scale goes from 1 to 10, where 1 is starving and 10 is overly full. So what I'd like you to do is stay between the 3 to 7 range, where 3 is you're a little bit hungry and 7 is you're a little bit full. So we're not at either extreme. A really good way to easily do this is to plan your meals with 3 to 4 hours in between them. That way it allows your body to go through its natural hunger and fullness cycle, which is actually really healthy. So here's an example day of eats I have for you. Maybe at 9 a.m. you eat 2 eggs and a guacamole packet, like if you're on the run, right? So that's at 9 a.m. And then maybe at 12 p.m., we wanna space our meals out with 3 to 4 hours, right? So maybe at 12 p.m., you have a big salad with chicken, lots of veggies, and some oil for a dressing. And then maybe 3 to 4 hours later, so maybe at 3 p.m., you have a snack. Maybe you have an apple and some nuts as a really filling, high protein and fat snack. Okay, and then maybe 3 to 4 hours later, so maybe at 6 p.m., you have a delicious plate of salmon and veggies, okay? All right, let's talk about quote number 7. All right, quote number 7 is what you focus on, you create more of. Now you might have heard in the news or on social media lately about manifesting, and I know it's kind of a popular topic right now, but it really applies here. So if you are thinking a lot about how weight loss is restrictive and what you can't eat and all of those negative thoughts, you are going to create a very negative world for yourself, which is no good. We don't want that, right? That is totally optional. Instead, what I want you to do is redirect your mind, redirect your thoughts, and it is a conscious choice to opening your mind up to all of these new possibilities with weight loss. What are some new meals you can create? What are some new spices you can cook with? If you open your mind up to these new possibilities, you will just create a much more enjoyable world for yourself. Okay, let's talk about quote number 8. Quote number 8 is focus on your why. So when I was in college and when I was in grad school, what really kept me going when I was studying at 2 a.m. and at 3 a.m., was really studying hard for the test, was focusing on my why, focusing on how I would feel when I got that A on the test, when I got that A on the paper. And that's the same thing I want you to do here. So think about what is your why? Why are you making these changes in your life? What is your goal with weight loss? It is 100% okay for your goal to be wanting to look really hot in a bathing suit. That is totally fine. Or if your goal is to have better blood cholesterol or better blood glucose levels, whatever your why is, make sure you write that down and focus on it so it can really help you during those tougher times. Okay, let's talk about the next quote. Quote number 9, perfect eating doesn't exist. Have you ever been confused about nutrition recommendations? Because you are not alone. One day the headlines can read, don't eat eggs ever again, they will raise your cholesterol, they're very bad. And the next day the headlines will read, eggs are the healthiest food on the planet, make sure to eat them every day. So you are not alone with being confused with nutrition recommendations, because here's the truth. In nutrition science, we are learning new things every single day. So get rid of that perfectionist mindset. It does not serve you at all. What I'd like you to do instead is anytime there's a hiccup, anytime something doesn't go according to plan, Write down how you would handle the situation next time and move on. Don't give it another thought. Okay, let's talk about the next quote. All right, quote number 10. Bumpy roads often lead to beautiful places. Now, if you're like me, you wanted weight loss to be this very predictable slope where every week you lose the same amount of weight, it's very predictable, and there are no hiccups, and everything is beautiful and daisies and rainbows. But unfortunately, that is just not what happens. The reality is our bodies lose weight in this unpredictable bumpy road. So maybe the first week you lose 2 pounds, maybe the second week you lose 1 pound, maybe the third week you lose another 2 pounds, and then maybe the fourth week you gain a pound and you think, oh my gosh, what's going on? I want you to relax. This is so normal. Again, like the quote says, bumpy roads lead to beautiful places. Accept this bumpy road as normal and you will be good to go. Okay, let's talk about the last quote. All right, quote number 11. Weight loss is like melting ice. This is one of my favorite analogies. So ice melts at 32 degrees Fahrenheit, right? So let's say we take ice out of the freezer and we are heating it up to become water. So it's at 30 degrees and then it's at 31 degrees and we think, oh my gosh, this ice is taking way too long to melt. I'm gonna just put it back in the freezer. We would have missed the ice turning into water at 32 degrees if we had just waited 1 more degree. So it's the same thing with weight loss. If you don't see weight loss coming, if maybe you're at a small weight loss plateau, what doesn't work is giving up, right? What doesn't work is putting the ice back in the freezer. Keep on with your healthy habits and you will see results. All right, guys, those are my best weight loss motivational quotes. Thanks so much for sticking around. What I'd love for you to do is hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that ring button so you're notified of future videos. And I'll see you in the next video.